Can you imagine a high school that threatening to spit on you? But can you imagine anybody threatening to spit on you? And what would you do? If you was this lady in this video, what would you do?
Spit! Even spit! Go ahead, spit! Spit! Spit!
What's up?
Spit! You gonna spit or not?
What's up?
All right, go to school.
Baby? What you want to do?
Go to school.
What you want to do?
Go to school, spit on
I'm
me.
not on this shit.
Go ahead.
What's up?
Go ahead.
What's up?
Touch me.
What's up?
Touch me.
You fucking out. Don't touch me.
Oh,
Shit. Oh, shit.
spit!
So let's get into it. I support the pepper sprays. Is pepper spray legal in New York though? Is pepper spray legal in New York? So as you guys can see on the screen here, it says that yes, pepper spray is legal in New York. It is legal to carry and use for self-defense in New York City if you are 18 or older and have no felony convictions. Now, I did not know this, but now I know. So if you're in New York, then go get you a pepper spray, because this whole problem was dropped real fast. Quick and in a hurry, the problem was solved. Brrr, move around. Now go to school, little boy. Go to school. You understand? So go get you a pepper spray. Protect yourself. Now you know this is read the comments. So let's get in the comment section. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, so lovely Jenny says, man, she been waiting to put that pepper spray to use. Laughing my ear off. Seriously, Jenny, but you realize, Jenny, that she stood there with the pepper spray in her pocket, with her hands in her pocket the entire time. And she not said nothing more than put your hand on me. I'm gonna show you how I give it up. Because to be honest, if I'm walking around with a pepper spray, it's not that I necessarily want to use it, because to use it means I'm in an altercation, I'm in a situation, I'm now in a predicament where I am being threatened. I'm glad to have it when you violate yourself and protect myself and in your eye. And remember, aim for the eyes. Right in this, in a yaso. Yeah, right there. Drop it, boop in the eye. I made a move up. International says, me too. Somebody says, Malaika says she was too ready. Yeah, man, ready to go. TTG, trained to go. Me, myself, and Sage says, and I don't blame her. I've been waiting to put mines to use too. These school kids be acting like animals on public transportation. Their parents should be ashamed of themselves. One thing I hate is a teenager. Damn, ma'am, you hate teenagers? Like, oh, that's wrong. I don't hate teenagers. That's wrong. I swear I would have sprayed him and tased him right after. Is a taser legal in New York? No. And stunt guns are illegal for civilians to possess in New York City also. So, ma'am, you don't want to have that. You have that, you're going to jail. Jail. You got jail, miss. You don't want to have a stunt, GUN, or a taser. But a pepper spray, very much legal. Walk around with it. Oh, and use it legally. You can't just be out here spraying people for fun. Yes, me, myself, and Sage, you can utilize your pepper spray, sis, but leg of the taser, because if you use the taser, you're going to jail. Straight down our coast, you're going. Alright, ma'am? You just want to keep a look of pepper spray, juke him in my eye with the liquid, and go on by your business. The bar says, and that's the problem. And it's same with the guys with the weapons. The pew-pews. You understand me? They have it, and they're just too eager and excited to use it. Some people are laughing, while Dark and Lovely says, yup, all week she was waiting. I don't think this was waiting. I think she wasn't waiting to use it, but she was prepared to use it. So you play around, you gonna find out. She ain't the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, your mama. Alright? Shawnee says, be sitting in your bag for months. No utilization till one day somebody F around and find out. Tamanshi says, he's going to tell his mom what happened and sound like a victim. Just watch. Word of advice to people. You see, if you now get into a situation with somebody, and when you now ready for go on like you want tussle, the people them just stand up and in a them jacket and in a them pocket just go relax and just a shampoozy. Be careful. The person where you tell us if you do what you want to do with them and in a them pocket and them thing there, just know say if it's one of these YNs, you getting shot. If it's one of these female YNs, you probably getting buck 50. And if one of these grown women, you're gonna get pepper sprayed. And if it's one of these crazy bitches, you're gonna get tased. So just be careful. All right, if you see somebody, well, I guess you shouldn't be careful because I guess you're out here causing problems, so you forget where you get, right? You're F around and you're gonna find out about it. So Sexy Leah says, I think both the mom and the dad need it next. Ain't no way your child acting like that, especially towards another adult woman. Mother needs to put him in anger management because he has that mentality, right? He's willing to give it up to a female too. Anybody can catch his hands. Grown women, the girl them in school, anybody can catch a body slam. Anybody can catch a knockout. Anybody and everybody. He got smoke for anybody and everybody. And that's going to get him locked up if he keep that mindset going. He's going to become a part of the prison population. I'm not call on jail for the youth neither, but if he continues on this walk, this trod that he's on, the only place this is ending is either I'm going to end up down at the graveyard, cemetery to him body, or I'm going to end up down at jailhouse. Or now a wheelchair because I'm going to shot him next, right in him back and I'm going to paralyzed. Ricky, run. Band Nina says, if either of them even around, he going to run home and tell him I'm his grandmom. And tell I'm his grand. What? If either of them is even around, he gonna run home and tell his grandma. I guess the person is trying to say they're either gonna tell mama and father probably not around, and he's probably running home to actually go tell his grandmother. I'm not but a SHIT on anybody that doesn't have their parents around because that's not the child's fault. And to be honest, the behavior of the child actually reflects the training of the parents. Him look like him full up of anger and him full up of rage, and he has no boundaries on who him willing to engage with. You understand? On the violent levels. And enough of that is learned for these boys at home. At home is where they learn this. Father beat pa, mommy right through. Daddy beat him. And so therefore, the only thing he's learned, and I've realized a lot of people, male and female, the thing that they've learned is that the way to handle altercation situations is not to have a conversation about it. It is just to get violent. And a lot of us were actually raised with that teaching. We weren't raised to have conversations with people. You violate me, you diss me, you say something I'm gonna like it, you say something I'm gonna feel away. Well, guess what? The way to go about that is me and you have to fight. I'm not supposed to use words. I'm not supposed to talk about it. The conversation I go weird. Where's the conversation going? Nowhere. If you say something that does badness. Real bad man. Listen, how many of y'all, right, was raised where your parents tell you one thing, but when the time to come up at school, them go on like them don't know what say, and them tell you to do that. So your parents tell us, say, you go to school, and rural school, and somebody diss you, or you have to carry on. Right? You have to bad up yourself. But then you bad up yourself, a time for the parents now come up at school for come talk to the principal, and when the parent come, the parent go on like all of them tell you to do it. And look on you all, that's so you go on. Yes, pussy, what are you tell me if you go on so? What you mean? Yes, that's how me go on. I understand. So, he probably was taught to get active, and now he's getting active. And tell me in the comment section, if you're his parents and you see this, would you feel some type of way? Would you be upset that the lady pepper sprayed him? Would you feel that he's a child, he's young, he's below the age of 18, it was obvious to her that he is a school child, he's heading to school, and so therefore she should not have pepper sprayed him? And if you believe that, and if you strongly go by that, what do you believe that she should have done? What do you believe that it was the proper course of action for her to actually take, seeing that you never want her to spray your picnic? Can you leave that in the comment section and let me know, please? Real question. Pitt says he definitely can't tell his daddy. Immortal says, and then she'll watch this. Watch. Mary says, and if the cops came, she'd be like, yeah, I did it. She wasn't going to settle for no victimhood like all these other fools do. Dark and Lovely says, now go wash your eyes out. She said, go to school. Your Majesty laughing. Riley says, 2026 version of a belt. Yeah, tell you, pepper, you have got to pepper spray them now. They beat the pity them. Hey, as a parent, would you pepper spray your child? As a parent, if your child a misbehave, your child a act up, your child a carry on, would you pepper spray your child as a way to beat them? Real question. Drop it in the comment section because the person is the 2026 version of a belt. So would you do that? Sensei say yes. I saw you check these YNs. Now she should just be glad he ain't had a pew pew pew. And then he just started because he'd had everybody in the train having a duck. Everybody in the chain having, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful. Some of these YNs, they really do stay strapped. Paytoll says she was raised by a man and he wasn't. Damn, bro. Which is actually, funnily, probably true. No disrespect, but it's probably really true. You understand me? Danny responded to that and said, that's what I was saying. Guess who didn't have a father in the house? His behavior is given that. Or he does have a father in the house, but guess what? That's how the father go on too. He's in the house and his father put hands, feet, knees and him teeth on the boy mother. Not saying that that's what's happening, but I'm saying that could be it too. So even if the father in the house, if the father or the mother, any parent, any guardian is in the household, is not a good representation for the child, and the child is just going to emulate foolishness. A two-parent household, to me, is not better than two separate households where both people are happy. So therefore the children are happy. They have healthy co-parenting relationship. To me, that is better than two people in the house being super, super toxic and just go on with themselves consistently in front of the children. We're having the children watch the father be abusive to the mother, or the mother being abusive to the father, because it does go both ways. More men to women, but women do be giving it up to these guys. You understand? It's better to be single, having separate households, co-parenting, but raising healthy children, because you too are having healthy conversations. You understand? Glam by Trish said he should have just went to school, like she said. Yeah, go to school. Go on a school, youth. Take yourself to school. Go on a class. Because see now you up on the train and try to carry on for your friend them and get your 2-year juke out with pepper spray. Can you imagine that you can't see? You have to get off the train, because sometimes people that you're walking with are this key, which you ain't your friend. And so now hopefully you really do have a good friend that is actually going to help you to get off the train, to wash out your eyes. Come here, I tell you, I've been through training where I had to be pepper sprayed and I had to be tased, because to use it you have to be able to take it. And when I got the pepper spray, when they lit me, I said, "Bomber ass clot." Yeah, right there, and then them catch me, man. And then when I was supposed to get hit with it, ooh, the taste ain't no joke, and the pepper spray ain't no joke. And when we all got pepper spray, how much water I put into my eyes, it just coming like it was just reigniting the pepper spray again. Listen, terrible. And I felt it for the entire day. My eyes was red. So I know he's feeling it. Code Colin says, still learned a lesson that day. So she tell him to go to school, but she taught him before he got there. So he got an early morning tutor session. You understand me? And Glam by Chish responded and says, touche, mother. Touche. Eva says, those knuckleheads probably weren't even headed to school. Shaking my head. I hope his mama, papa, or his grandmother saw this and ripped him a new one. Glam by Trish responded and says, you're so right. Yes, I very much hope his family see it. But not only see it, I hope they get him in anger management. I just hope he's not putting hands, feet, knees, and teeth on somebody's daughter. Young ladies, you're in a relationship and he putting hands, feet, knees, and teeth, and he don't have to body slam you, and don't have to choke you, and don't have to thump you, boop, boop, boop in your head. Doesn't have to be that. Even a drape up, because no found us a drape up or nothing. Boy, drape me, I tell us straight. Listen, it's not for me. And it can be a precursor to what is going to come next. Because if me drape you, I ain't not do nothing. Then a bully me go bully you now, mama. No straight bullying. Straight bullying after this, you know. So be mindful and be careful. If you're not into that now, if you're into it, of course, girl, you enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, my dear. Take the beating them and Ray and go on with yourself and let the toxicity be free away from me. That's my prayer and that's my poetry. One. Model says she warned him. He effed around and he found out. Aubrey Small says she did everything you're supposed to do when you're defending yourself and gave him ample warning to leave her alone. I am proud of her. Miss Branu responded and said, no, she needed to remove herself from that space, go to the other side. But okay, so I ask you guys to leave it in my comment section, but since somebody leave it here in this comment section, if you're a parent that is going to defend this child, what would your defense be? If you're a parent that would be upset that she pepper sprayed him, what would your defense be? Why would you be mad that he got pepper sprayed? And here is somebody, Miss Brand right here, gonna give us her reasoning why she feel like the lady should not have pepper sprayed him. And she said, no, she needed to remove herself from the space, go to the other side. But instead, she moved towards him and stood directly in front of him and got face to face with him like it was mano a mano. If a man did that to a teenage girl, the story would be different. So y'all need to see that the adult needed to be the adult because the child was being childish. She blinked herself down, fight a high school kid when she zero intent to fight. Miss Branu, next time you write it, please write it so I can understand it. Because right now you're tossing my brain. Miss Branu, come go to school. Lady, come go to school, man. Sure. Alright, so Miss Branu says she blinked herself down. She brought herself down to fight a high school kid. When she had zero intent to fight, she opened her mouth because she knew she could spray him. Self-defense weapon should not be your confidence to run your mouth. It should be something you're forced to use. She had other options. She was itching to spray someone's child. Hop in my comment section and tell me, do you agree with Miss Branu? Because Miss Branu says the lady was wrong. She's an adult. He's a child. Children will be children. Adults should be adults. And if you are an adult and a child is sizing up to you, what you're supposed to do is take yourself away. Having a weapon should not be a reason for escalation. And Miss Branu feels that this lady escalated the situation by, instead of walking away, leaving his child, she engaged with him because she knew she had the pepper spray in her pocket. Another question, do you believe that the only reason why she didn't get up and walk to another train, the only reason why she wasn't being quiet is because she knew she had a pepper spray in her pocket? So, the young man's mother and father might pull up and beat her ass tomorrow on that very same train if they have the mindset that Miss Branu has. The mother, the father, the auntie, the cousin, the granny, the neighbor, the family friend, the family dog might pull up and bite her tomorrow because them say she wrong. Bombastic says, I already know you Jamaican, which means that you support this behavior from the beginning. Alright, Bombastic? You're Jamaican. Mr. Bombastic, call me fantastic. Touch me palm. She says I'm Mr. Whoa. Alright. Bombastic responded to Miss Branu and said, yes, she did right. You don't, as a man, is a child, Miss Bombastic. But I could continue. Bombastic says, yes, she did right. You don't, as a man, go up to a woman's face and threaten her. That shows a weakness as a man. And as that same man, he definitely won't go toe-to-toe with a UFC fighter or a bodybuilder in a cage. He would fold real fast and get folded. That's a woman. All his BS can handle. A woman is all his BS can handle. Bombastic is not a man. He's a male, but he's not a man. A man is grown. You understand? This is a child. That's why she could have tell himself to go to school. She cannot say she never knows he's a picnic because she tell him to go to school. She see him with him backpack. She see that he's on his way to school. You understand what I said to you? So, this is not a man situation. She and a man never did a tango. She and a man never did catch up. She didn't catch up with a man on the train. She catch up with a child. She did catch up with a young boy that is probably in middle school or high school. He's still a child. So this is not a man and a woman situation, but he is a male. Move Smooth responded to Miss Branu and said, be quiet. I urge you to do the same in any case you feel threatened by a male. Alright, so Real Sweet said she dealt with it perfect. She didn't put her hands on someone's kid. She didn't put her hands, but she gave him pepper spray. Lord Jesus. Miss Branu said, nah, go work. If Miss Branu said, if I fear a picnic, she pull up and she just said, the wall on you're crazy. Diver responded to Miss Real Sweets and says, she had every right to after he pushed her though. She had every right to, yes. If he threatened to spit, he didn't spit, she can't spray him then and there. He threatened to put his hands on her, but he didn't put his hands on her. She had no right to spray him then. But the moment he put his hands on her, he elevated the threat level, and then she fell lick him in the eye with a pepper spray. And again, the one thing that I'm paying attention to is when she took her bag up off the subway bench and she put it to the other side, it was given she's trying to exit the situation. But he kept following her. And then he escalated to actually putting his hands on her. Electronic says, yeah, but what she did was perfect. Now he can go to school, and it was a bad day for him. He'll remember that. Peacefully Reclusive says, no, next time he'll be more emboldened and aggressive because the consequences were too light. Oh. So, Peacefully Reclusive, where do you want the lady if you do? If you agree with Peacefully Reclusive, can you please type in my comment section and tell me what more was needed for it to be the right response? Was she supposed to, she didn't have no belt on. At least I didn't see no belt. Was she supposed to take off her chancletas and get to whooping him?